Hey Batsibbles. Alright, hopefully the sound here is okay. Ian here for Goth in an Alcove, and I am on my way to go have lunch with YouTubers Cadaver Kelly and Skullgirdle. Right now it's about 12:15. It's the first official day of Absolution Fest. Let's see what else. So, Absolution Fest, Goth and electronic type music festival. A lot of goth bands though. So I'm all playing over 2 days in Tampa, Florida at 2 different venues. There's several people outside of YouTubers that have come from out of town from the Gothy Discord, and trying to think what else is going on. So last night they did a pre-party at the Speakeasy in Tampa. They had a dark bar set up, so it was just DJ spinning dark music, goth music, and some electro, but mainly it was goth. Good mixture of old and new, so that was awesome. Got to meet everybody. We had a pretty good time last night. We only were out for a few hours, but you know, when you're drinking and you're tired, and just the excitement and of meeting new folks. I mean, I don't know, I kind of get social anxiety, so like leading up to it all, I was a little bit nervous, and I had a few things going on in my personal life that was like stressed me out, totally separate from it. But okay, so what are my impressions of meeting these folks in person? Skullgirdle is so genuine, it is not even funny. Like, what you get on her channel is what you get in person. Like, she is completely down to earth. Michelle Skullgirdle is 100% one of the sweetest people that I've met in a long time. Like, just absolutely amazing. So, and then Cadaver Kelly, super cool, nice meeting her, also very nice, and nothing bad to say, no drama. So yeah, and I met Cadaver Kelly's husband James, who's in some of her videos as well. And what else happened? Of course, the great folks at Obscura Undead, they were there as well, and just a whole mess of people. It was fun. It was a good time. So right, like I said, we're gonna go have lunch. Taking them to a crepe restaurant in Ybor City here in Tampa. It's called La Creperia. I don't know what they're gonna think of it, but this place, they do savory and sweet crepes. It's a very European style restaurant. So anyways, we'll see how that goes, and I'm gonna take them to Ravens and Rockers, which is a local dark alternative goth store. Yeah, so anyways, that's the plans for today. And then of course this evening we'll be at Absolution Fest and see all these amazing bands that have come to Tampa for our entertainment. So anyways, yeah, we'll catch up here in just a few. Alright, so I found, we got multiple vlogs going. There's a Skullgirdle,
another YouTube channel,
and a Libby,
and
we're all videoing here. We're pathetic. So, and I have James and Kelly, and we're having crepes for breakfast or lunch. There's, like I said, it's savory and sweet crepes. So, all right, we're gonna dig in here. All right, so I got some food here. This is a bon curry crepe. It is some curry, some sour cream, a little salad with it, really good. So we're just talking music and YouTube and all sorts of crazy stuff. Alright, we're thanking the crepe people. We are now heading off to Ravens and Rockers. I've got Skullgirdle and Kelly and James. And in front of me is Mouse.
Oh, walking out, just like,
hi. So we're going to go to Ravens and Rockers. Mouse has to work.
I have had to.
She's very responsible. We're going to slack off. Olivia, are you going to join us at Ravens and Rockers?
I am not.
No.
What? We've got to go change into our final forms.
They have to get into their final forms.
All right. Well, some of us are going to have to go back to our hotel.
We will. We will.
Happy. Yeah.
All right, are we ready? Are we all ready to go?
Travis check.
Look at it. All right. Are we ready to go to Ravens or Rockers?
Are you walking all the way there?
All right.
Are you vlogging all the way there?
Hey Bats and Ghouls, I am going to interrupt some of this video first to apologize that I didn't get this video out sooner. As any of you are new to my channel, probably found me through Cadaver Kelly or Michelle Skullgirdle RIP. Both of them got their videos out within that first week after the show, and I apologize for not getting my video out quicker. That's me slacking 100%. Sorry for the mess in my office. Got stacks of paperwork everywhere. Still trying to get settled in. No excuse, but that's what happened. Alright, so this next bit of video that I'm going to show you is just a small sampling of the bands that we got to watch on Friday night. After this last part that you just watched of us leaving Ybor City, we did go to Ravens and Rockers. I'm going to try to do a more in-depth video in the future of the store and the people that run it. It's a really cool place to go. They're very supportive of the local goth industrial scene. Great people. Michelle Skullgirdle and Cadaver Kelly and James seem to really enjoy going to the store, seeing what was there for clothes and for jewelry and all the things that they offered, shoes in the store. I did buy a new pair of shoes that I'm really digging on. They're parademonias. They kind of look like goth pikes, winkle pickers, pointed toes, short boot. Show them in another video. Still breaking them in, but they're nice. And then, as you saw in Skullgirdle's video, I believe, she showed footage of the store. She picked up something for herself. So it seems like they had a good time. But moving on. After I dropped them off at their hotel, we had many good combos in the car. Really fun time just chatting with the three of them and getting to know them better and vice versa. I came home, quickly ate dinner, got dressed, and got my ass back to Ybor City for the first official night of Absolution Fest, which is when all the bands are playing. So we got there, I want to say like right during the middle of the first act, or maybe it was right before, and then and I can't remember the order of it all, but I know that early on in the evening I discovered a band that I'm going to have some video to show you of. It's a one-act band, one guy. That is Panic Priest. He records, plays all the instruments, produces it all. Really nice guy. I bought his CD and got to have him sign it and talk to him briefly. You know, like I even ran into him like the second night of the festival, or really technically like the third night. If you don't count the meetup that we had the first night, it's really only 2 nights for the festival. Anyways, he was really cool, really approachable. His music was nice, and I got some video footage that I'll show you here in a second. Other bands I discovered, well, not really discovered, but I got to see live and enjoy their music a lot more, which is Bootblacks. And I gotta say, like, that was one of the highlights of the evening. Was after they played, I liked them so much, ran and got a CD. I got a lapel pin that I ended up giving to a friend of mine. I bought it for myself. I bought my wife one and one for me. One for her battle jacket and one for me. And I ended up giving it to this friend. I was like, you know, dude, like, I was really drunk, and he's a really cool guy. So I gave it to my friend Malik, and in return, because Bootblacks was not at the booth when I bought everything, he went and found the band as they were kind of like, after they were done with their set playing, and he got me to like get my CD signed. And it was Allie, who's their guitarist. Really cool chick. Really liked her, really liked the band. She plays guitar like I love the way she plays. They brought such great energy to their stage performance. So anyway, she went and got like the rest of the band to sign the CD for me, and we chatted for a bit, and I can't say enough like good about Bootblacks.
So those are the only two bands that I really got any footage of, and I feel kind of lame, but most of the night I was in between, like, running around, like, just chatting with friends between sets and enjoying the music. And I think sometimes that's, like, I was there primarily to focus on the music and the experience of being part of it, and I want to share some of that with you, but, you know, that wasn't my prime goal. There was to make YouTube videos, and so maybe in the future that'll change, but that's not what happened that night. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Jet, who plays synth in the band Push Button Press. They did a set, and unfortunately I didn't record them either, and they did a great show. Like, this was I think, they'd only played a couple times before, and they played during the festival, and they're local to Tampa, and they were great. They really good guys in the band. They brought a lot of good energy. I like their sound. I know they're going to be playing soon again. I also believe Skullgirdle is got an interview that she's putting out for them with the band, and yeah, like, it was pretty cool. So after all that, we did hang out with the guys of Twin Tribes a little bit, got some photos, chatted, had a really good time. They're really super cool. I have to admit, until this past, this festival, I hadn't really listened a lot to Twin Tribes. And I'll get to that in a second. They were great. We got photos, a lot of drinking, got to know everybody a lot better. People from Obscura Undead Tampa, Orlando, all of the out-of-towners that had come, not just from the Gothy Discord, but just people coming from out of town to check out the show. So yeah, it was just it was a great time, and definitely got to know people a lot better. A lot of good friendships made. After the concert was done, we ended up going out to breakfast, and I think we ended up back again at IHOP. Yeah, that sounds about right. We went back to IHOP, and the night ended at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I didn't get any video footage of that, and that's okay though. It's no big deal, because it was just more blabbering and goofy drunkenness, as you saw if you watched the Addams Family Kooky Kids Breakfast video. So what happened after that? Yeah, so we, that was that night. Next night, you're gonna see, after my video footage of the bands, Saturday night, back to Twin Tribes. I unfortunately was outside when this band played on Saturday night, so the second night, final night of Absolution Fest, but I could hear them from the street. I was right outside the club having a cigarette, and they were just what I could hear was amazing, and I probably should have just thrown the cigarette out and gone back in to watch them play, but I was very impressed with them, and I went and got their CD, got some photos with them, and chatted with them a bit, and they're super nice guys, so cheers to Twin Tribes. All right, so onto the footage, onto what you can see for Saturday night, and I'll catch you at the very end of this video to wrap up. Okay, I'm here. Day 2, 3.
two officially of the Absolution, and 3 of just everything going on for Absolution. As you can see, I'm laying in bed, and it's already 12:10. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and get dressed, and oh my god, I look like death warmed over, but last night was fun. Got video footage. Yeah, it was a good time. Anyways, on to day 3 of Absolution. Hey guys, alright, here we are, 6:45 p.m., last night of Absolution Fest. Trying to get out the door to get everything done in time so that we can make it to the band that we really want to see tonight, which is Wingtips. They go on at 7:45, so like an hour from now. So that means we have to get out of here. We have to get something to eat on the way real quick. We have to go and get something at this grocery store or gas station, either one. And then we still have to find parking down in Ybor City, which is on a Saturday night. Really, it's tough finding. So hopefully we get something close to the venue. I'll have concert footage going on here in just a few, and you'll see how much fun it is. I'm having a great time with all the YouTubers that have come in from out of town. I just got to tell you, like, if you watch Skullgirdle's channel regularly, what you see is what you get. She's an awesome lady. I love hanging out with Michelle. We've had so much fun so far. Cadaver Kelly, again, what you see is what you get on her channel. Yeah, that's about it. Like, we're just scrambling, trying to get out. So fingers crossed, wish us luck, we can get there. Bye. With Cadaver Kelly and Skullgirdle RIP. And we are all Goths in an alcove right now at the castle in Ybor. Alright, what do you think of the castle, Kelly?
It's awesome.
Alright, hey, what do you think?
A lot of fucking people. But the music's pretty good in most of the places, and most people are nice. Although I had to shove one guy out of my fucking way.
There you go. And that's where we're hiding in the alcove. Alright, bye. Okay, so that was Absolution Fest. What you saw there was we got to the show right pretty much as like the first band was playing, which I believe was Fishwife. I think it was like between sets. We got there pretty much just in time for to see Wingtips play. And I have to tell you, there's a little bit of video footage I'm going to share. Their live show was great. They brought a lot of great energy. I know I did a music video reaction video a couple videos ago, but Wingtips, I was really happy to see them. I was very impressed, and I did go downstairs to their merchandise table. I met Vincent and Hannah, the 2 members of the band. They're super cool, super chill. Vincent, he's, shy guy, but he was very, like, his stage presence is amazing, but in person you can tell, like, he just kind of, there's like a guard there, and but it works for him. And Hannah was super sweet. They were really cool, got their autographs, chatted with them a little bit. I know Skullgirdle was setting up an interview with them for her channel, so shameless plug there. We stayed and watched all the other bands. The only band that we didn't stay all the way, like, we left right at the end of a Starry Night. They were like second to last act, and that was
Assemblage 23. So they were the final band to play, and they ran way over. So we left and went to the castle, to the Obscura Undead after party in the dungeon. This was another dress code event, and I do need to emphasize, like, the idea of a dress code event is that, unfortunately, where things are at for the castle to stay open, they do draw in a lot of tourist people, a lot of people that aren't familiar with the goth scene, a lot of guys that show up looking for the big titty goth girlfriend. And so you get people that come in drunk, and they can be a little bit obnoxious. They don't have a good appreciation of the music at all. They're just there to gawk, and people watch and look at the weirdos. And so the idea of doing this as a dress code event in the dungeon, it's not to say that you have to look at a certain standard. It's pretty much like if you're wearing all black and you look, yeah, I mean, like, just wearing all black. You don't have to have like any crazy piercings or any hair colors a certain way or styled a certain way. Like, that's really all they're looking for. And so if anybody is turned off by the idea that they're doing a dress code event, I understand the double-sidedness of it, that somebody might not be allowed in to a mainstream club looking like, you know, a standard goth. But the idea is not to keep, it's to keep people out that are there only to cause problems and to cause issues. And so I don't want people to think that we're like, that's what they were doing, is trying to keep away the normals. It's like, that's some next level elitist shit right there, and I don't think that's the intention whatsoever that Obscura Undead was trying to convey to people when they were doing this event. That said, got to the castle, went to the Red Room. My friend Malik, he was spinning. Azzy from Obscura Undead spin, and then Vincent from Wingtips was the guest DJ spinning towards most of the rest of the night. So really, like, wide variety in sounds that you were hearing, from like deep goth rock to EBM, a lot of hard heavy beats that were coming from Vincent from Wingtips. I spent quite a bit of time with Kelly and James and Skullgirdle, and I gave them a tour of the castle. Which I know is in their videos as well, that you can see. We went and got some absinthe about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not an absinthe drinker. I don't like licorice. I guess my goth card gets turned in because of that, but oh well. I still drank it, and I ended up giving my drink. I finished like a couple sips and gave it away. And it wasn't cheap. You know, it's like 21 bucks a drink for just a little thing of absinthe. That's super expensive, considering I don't like licorice. Anyhow, so we had a good time. We ended up at Waffle House, which is a very southern U.S. chain of greasy spoon type of diner food. They do good breakfast, but it's, you know, they're known for their hash browns, smothered, covered. You know, they're just like your classic, like, tiny southern diner chain of food. It's all fried. Anyways, we had a good time there. There was a good group of us that went, and that was the end of Absolution Fest that night. Sunday, which I didn't get any video footage of, they did Gothic Brunch at a restaurant called The Bricks that's also in Ybor City. Everybody that was at Absolution Fest, it felt like, was at the restaurant that Sunday. They had a DJ spinning music in there, and they had some goth themed drinks, if that's even possible, but it kind of was, because Mouse, she got a drink that was a Bloody Mary called the Mary Queen of Goths, and I didn't really care for that myself. I like Bloody Marys, but this had beet juice in it, and it kind of gave it a dirt flavor. So I guess if you're like truly undead, that would be appropriate, because it's so, you know, tastes like grave dirt. And then myself, I had a drink called the Spritzer of Mercy. That was really, really good. and it was black, of course, and it had this like peeled grape with a cherry or berry in it. Looked like an eyeball, and it was delicious and creepy looking, and I wanted more. I need all the spritzers of mercy I can get. So we said our goodbyes, we had fun, we took some photos. I put a few, I think, up on like Instagram, and that was it. That was the end of Absolution Fest. I can tell you that like Skullgirdle and Cadaver Kelly and James, like, after they had left, after we had all parted ways, like, we were still messaging each other like days after that, how good it was to see each other. I know I'm gonna get to see Michelle again. We may like, we've talked about doing some YouTube videos together. I may go to Texas to go visit her or wherever she lives. Idaho, Texas, Colorado, I don't know, like, we'll go see her. And then Kelly, you know, she lives up in the northeast of the US, so if we have a chance to get up there, we might go visit. And I know I'm definitely going to see Michelle at Wave Gothic Treffin next year, so cool. That's it. I've rambled on way too freaking long in this video, and I'm so sorry. You know, I realize that I don't, right now, like, in my videos, I'm not getting all gothed up, and, you know, I don't have the extreme look that maybe some YouTubers need to get their cred of being goth. But I do appreciate like everybody subscribing and checking my channel out. So thank you. Hope you like what you see. I've got some good stuff coming, more music related stuff, and some spooky Halloweeny type stuff coming up. And here's a hint, I'll be going to Salem for a day, so I'm definitely going to be like vlogging the crap out of that. Salem, Massachusetts, where all the witches are. So definitely super spooky stuff there. I have all sorts of ideas, things I'm working on. If I can get my friend Courtney that you've talked about before, like, we keep trying to get our schedules together to do some videos, like record collecting and goth home decor stuff, like, well, spooky home decor. How's that? Gothic homemaking. And just, you know, thrift shopping and all sorts of fun stuff, some DIY stuff. I'm gonna show you like my wife's battle jacket that she did. She's still working on it, but a lot of people really dug it. Even though it's pink, it's a pink jean jacket, but she's got like a crap ton of patches and buttons on it. So trying to break the norm that, you know, unless you're wearing black, you're not goth. Anyways, so that's me. That's what's going on, and I just want to thank you again. Please leave comments below. Like this video. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Give me some good positive critiques of like what I could do better or different. And as always, appreciate you, bats and ghouls out there. Keep it spooky. Until next time.